The largest and most notable differences in my preliminary task and final piece is firstly the quality of the video that we recorded in. The preliminary task was filmed with a camera at a low resolution below 1080p, and the quality in which we recorded our final piece was downscaled from 4K to 1080p. Therefore, there is a noticeable difference in the quality of the two products, as they differ a lot. Another difference between the two pieces is the continuity and flow of the sequence. Firstly, our preliminary task saw some changes in costumes halfway through, when Kieran is first seen without a jacket, but is later seen wearing one. This was mostly down to poor planning and a number of different filming days. For our final piece, we did a lot more planning and organisation to ensure that we had enough time to film our whole piece. We did not have a complete storyboard or shot list for our preliminary task, and therefore on the filming day we improvised a lot of shots, which took more time. This was not the case in the final piece, as we heavily prepared it in advance so that we could film it quickly and efficiently in one day, to save more time for editing and post-production effects. Also, due to bad organisation, we did not have certain footage that we wanted. This made the story of the preliminary task sometimes unclear. For example, when Kieran leaves the room with the package, we wanted to have a shot beforehand where he flips the table before running out the room. This would have made a lot more sense, but we could not use this shot in the end as an actor was not present at the reshoot. Also, the dialogue in the preliminary task saw the two characters conversing. We only had one camera and therefore we had to film the same scene twice from different perspectives, and then merge them together to have an effective eyeline match. Although this was effective in this instance, we thought having it in our final piece would run the risk of it looking clunky or making no sense, and therefore we thought our film would be more effective if we left an eyeline match out of it. The location of our preliminary task was in school. This ineffective location is mostly due to time constraints and therefore a lack of planning. For our final piece, we learned that this is not a good place to film, as it makes the final product look very unprofessional and unrealistic. We planned the story of our film and chose a specific location which corresponded with this story. In this case, we used a small room in one of our houses to replicate the small bedsit home of the main character. This resulted in a much more successful product than our original piece. Therefore, we did learn a lot from our preliminary task, and we could then improve from our mistakes. One regret we had whilst filming was choosing an environment which was too dark for our camera. This resulted in some grainy footage. When shooting our preliminary task, we shot using natural daylight and did not have this problem. Therefore, we may have been able to combat this problem if we had first encountered it during the production of our first piece.